Hello, everyone. I have had something on my mind all day today that I have wanted to come on here and talk about. Um, this is to grieving moms, mostly. But it is actually for all those that are grieving. I just want to. Something has really been on my mind today, with so many that are grieving the loss of someone. I am the founder of Grieving Moms Forever. So all day and night, I am with and talking to moms that have just lost a child. Currently, a year ago, 2 years ago, years ago. It doesn't matter how long ago that it has been to a mom that has lost a child. It's still like yesterday. And every day, I have so many different, so many moms from around the world that have so much sadness about how people feel because they want to continue to talk about their child that has passed away. Um, People wonder, I have moms that ask me all the time, should I be going forward? Is there a time limit? Am I supposed to not be talking anymore about my child? People ask me that. And why do they ask me that? It's because there are many, many insensitive people, but I don't think that they really mean to be insensitive. But if you have not lost a child, you don't have any idea the pain, the deep, deep pain that a mom goes through when they have lost their child. And I have lost to my two children and my grandson and my daughter-in-law. And I will talk about them until I meet them again. There is no time limit for anyone that is grieving. No time limit at all. And so when people tell you that you should be moving on, ask them how many children that they have buried. Ask them how many children. And more than likely, they have not lost a child. And so when you ask me and when you ask others, what is the time period? Is there a time period to that I should be moving on with my life after I've lost my child? No, it isn't. It is not a time period. So I see so many. I saw a mom just yesterday that has lost two children, and it's been, I'm not exactly sure, but it has been maybe 5, 6, 7 years. And so she was posting, which she does all the time, on her Facebook about the loss of her children and how much that she misses them. And she was terribly, terribly hurt by someone that made a comment that it was time for her to let it go and be moving on. That is a horrible thing to say. No, no. You moving on, what does that mean? What does that mean? It means nothing to a grieving mom. You can grieve as long as you want to. Now, there are stages of grief, okay? There are stages. When you first lose your child, right away, it's shock. You are totally in shock, disbelief. You will not accept that your child has passed away. That is pretty much the first stage, and that comes with a lot of then anger. That's you're angry further. So there's so many stages of grief, so many stages. So as the years go by, you have a totally different stage in grief. We are grieving in a different way, and everyone that is grieving the loss of their child chooses to do it in a different way. So if someone is doing and handling their grief and doing this, that does not mean that you have to do that, okay? That doesn't mean, if it looks to you like people are doing great that have lost their child in maybe 2 years, and you're still way back grieving horribly, that's okay. Listen to me, that is okay. You do not do it the way that there is no set way to grieve the loss of your child, okay? There is no set way. Take all the time you need. Don't let anyone at all tell you how you should be grieving and how long. They have not lost a child. And if they have, just like with me, okay, I have lost my 2 sons. I have lost my 2 sons. Now, my Anthony now it's been over 4 years. Okay, people will look at me all the time. I have people saying, Donna, you're just so strong. You're so strong. And how do you do it? Well, the way that I handle my grief is totally different than you may be handling yours. There is not a magic wand. There is no magic wand to tell you what you should be doing in order to feel stronger. We all have different ways. Now, I can give you suggestions and I can tell you what works for me. Mine is always staying busy, thinking positive. I try to think positive all the time. Does it work all the time? No. There are many, many days that I am still crying. I am still grieving every day, but I'm handling it in a different way. It doesn't mean that I have forgotten my children at all. It's just that I am doing different things. I like to volunteer. I volunteer a lot in memory and in honor of my 2 sons. I volunteer. That helps me. So as the time is going, I find more things to do to volunteer around in the community, organizations, events, church functions. I like to do that because I can feel like that my children are right there being remembered. But will that work for you? I don't know, and I can only suggest to you. But when people are looking strong, it doesn't mean that we've done something any different, that we are not grieving our child as much as you may be. You can't put anyone side by side. You cannot compare your feelings with another mom's feelings, because we are all individuals. We all handle it differently. And we will grieve for the rest of our life. And so no matter what anyone says to you, it's time to move on. When they are telling you it's time to move on, or they are walking away when you go to talk about your child, they're not interested, then they haven't lost a child, okay? So you don't have to listen. Actually, that sounds a little cold, but that's how I feel. You don't have to listen to what they say. If they're commenting things on your Facebook, it's very simple to hit block right on your Facebook. if they are saying hurtful things, or if they are even saying things that, because they think that they are helping you, they may not be truly, they may not be trying to hurt you, but they think that by saying, hasn't it been long enough? Why do you keep bringing your child's name up? Why? I mean, they will say things like that will hurt you so much. But then lots of times, if it's really someone that loves us, they think that by saying those kind of things that it is helping you, and because they don't know. But it does hurt many, many, many moms. Every day I talk to moms in our grief group that are terribly hurt because of what others say. And I understand that because I go through that at times. I go through when it's like, well, maybe I shouldn't say anything. Maybe I shouldn't say Russell's name. They're going to wonder why I keep talking about him. But then there's another side, and there goes, heck, I'm going to talk about my children all I want to talk about them, and for as long as I want to talk about them. And so don't let anyone else tell you how to feel while you are grieving the loss of your child. Don't feel guilty. Don't feel bad. It's okay. It's okay to grieve forever. They're just stages, okay? They're stages of how you're going to do it. You feel a whole different way in the first year after your child's loss. Okay, then it might be 2 years, 3 years. You're feeling another. And a stage can happen from day to day. And you may go all the way to this and be in this stage, and then all of a sudden go back to the anger stage, to the, I'm mad at the world, or the hurting. You can go back to the shock, the disbelief stage. They happen at any time. They can hit you. They can hit you. No, Rudy. Quiet. And so when that happens, the reason I wanted to make this video, because of, in the last couple of days, this has happened a lot to different moms that have lost their child. And this just stayed on my mind all day today, that I wanted to put together a video for y'all to watch that could possibly and hopefully help you in some kind of way to understand that many times when they are doing or saying those things, it's not always that they are meaning it in a bad way. It could be, depending on the person, how well that you know the person. If you know them as someone that has been helpful, maybe they do think that they are helping you. And then there may be some people that, as the world is, that are just downright being sarcastic, just uncaring, and just uncompassionate, if that's a word. And so what do you do with them? You decide. If it's a friend on Facebook, push that block button and let it be over. You don't even have to comment. Just block, and you will not hear anything anymore. But if it is someone that is truly a good friend to you, you might want to just tell them how you feel. Talk to them. Tell them what you feel about what they have just said to you. Let them know that you are, you're hurt and you're angry. And so I just think that that is so important. There are so many people think that we should be grieving on their time. They set the time. Their minds think that, well, it's been 6 months. Well, heaven forbid, why aren't you out partying and doing and having a great time? And your child, didn't they pass away 6 months ago? Or didn't they pass away a year ago? Well, my gosh, why are you still all depressed about that? They have no clue. No clue. And we cannot explain it to them. Don't even try, ladies. Don't even try. Because they're not going to understand the depth of the pain. They're not going to understand that at all. And so I just feel so bad for so many of you moms that are uncomfortable about talking about your child. So many of you that tell me, I'm afraid to say my child's name because I'm afraid that people are going to think that I should be over the loss of my child. No. No. You talk about your child all you want. It's your child. Okay? There is no time limit on grief. And please remember that. I will stand behind you all the way. There is no time limit. Talk about your child. Talk about them. Let everyone know how much you love your son or your daughter. Grieve in your heart. There's no time limit. So don't let others step on you. Don't let others make you feel like you need to do what they want you to do and how they want you to feel. It's your life. It's your child. So I'm hoping that what I had to say tonight, it was just all day today it has bothered me, and I wanted to make this video. It's just bothered me all day because of so many have been talking about that in the last few days, about how inconsiderate, that others are. And so they've been hurt really bad over the comments that people can make to them. So I'm hoping that just this short video of my thoughts, that it can help you to understand that where they're coming from, and it's okay for you to grieve as long as you want and talk about your children as long as you want. Well, I hope that if this video has helped you in any way, that you will subscribe to my channel. It is fairly new. I just started it about 2 weeks ago, and I will be adding new videos. I am a grieving mom, and I am the founder of Grieving Moms Forever, with over 33,000 worldwide moms that have lost one or more children. And I will be adding more videos in hopes that I can help many more grieving moms out there. And so I would appreciate it if you would comment, click like if it has helped you in any way. And if you need me, I am around. My name is Donna Waag, W-A-A-G. And anytime that you want to talk to another grieving mom that shares in your pain, just shoot me a message and I'll be glad to talk to you. So have a wonderful day, and I do care. I genuinely care from my heart. So with that, good night.